I just got vaccinated. Hey guys, so I wanted to document this whole process because this is so exciting. I'm literally so thrilled. I just signed up to get the COVID vaccine. Woo! It is because I'm a teacher and really we could go in person at any day, etc., etc. So I'm getting the COVID vaccine on Saturday afternoon and it is Monday. So a bunch of the places that I tried to sign up for were already full. We entered phase 1B on January 11th, so technically midnight, and I feel like people signed up for the vaccines right then. I was late to the party because I did 8 a.m. the next morning. I finally found a place near my apartment. So Saturday afternoon, I'm getting jabbed. I'm so thrilled. I will keep everyone up to date on my symptoms, how I feel. I've never had a bad reaction to a vaccine ever, so fingers crossed. But hey guys, I am filming this because it's kind of along the lines of vaccines and tests, etc., etc. So I was just on my lunch break walking around with my mask on, of course, and I ran across a pop-up COVID testing station. It was literally a van with 3 men in it. At first I was like, what? But then I saw they were all in head-to-toe medical gear, a legit thing. Here, I can show you guys the card. If you're in New York City, this is what I used. I took a picture of my insurance card and I sent that in, filled out my phone number, email, address, date of birth, whatever. And then I literally sat in a chair and the guy tested me. I will say, so when I was home, I was visiting with my grandma a lot. She's 90 years old and I was sleeping over helping take care of her. So obviously we had to be super careful because I was coming from the city. So I got tested every week I was home. And literally I was home for a month and a half. So I straight up got 8 or 6 tests or something at this place near my house in Rhode Island. And there they only went towards your lower nostril with the swab. I will say here, probably because it's New York City, I don't really know the science behind it. They went all the way up my nose on both sides. It was uncomfortable, but it did not hurt. I was actually terrified. I thought it was gonna hurt so bad and I heard horror stories. My eyes watered for 2 seconds. It did not hurt. It was just uncomfortable. They did go really high up, but it is worth it not to spread or to not know you have it. You know what I mean? It's just a smart decision. We're in a global pandemic. Go get tested. Hey guys, so we are in my bathroom. I have some updates about my impending vaccine. So, as you all know, it is scheduled for Saturday at 1 o'clock, which is tomorrow because it's Friday night. My work sent this thing out about what to do if you are refused your vaccine. So, the first thing that I guess has been happening, maybe this is everywhere, but at least in New York, is that they're booking people and then when they come in, they're actually out of vaccines, either for that day or that time slot. I don't really know how it works. So people who actually have appointments and are supposed to be getting vaccinated cannot because for some reason there's no vaccine actually for them, even though they had an appointment. So that's the first thing that could happen. And then the second thing that could happen that my work was telling me was that if they were if you are refused your vaccine because we're a charter school and not a public school, they said to immediately contact my principal, who will then contact my company's lawyers. So, I mean, I guess this must have been happening because there's a reason they told us this. So I guess something to do with charter schools they're sometimes being refused, which I don't know, because I had to write my company and my role and everything and the phone number down to get the appointment because obviously you actually have to be a teacher to get it. So I'm hoping that does not happen because, now I have either they could run out of vaccines or they could refuse me my vaccine, which I obviously really don't want to happen. Okay, good morning guys. So I woke up to some updates about my vaccine. So this is the morning of the big kahuna, but I got an email and I thought I would read it out loud and talk about what I have to do before I can get my shot. All right, so it says, this email is a reminder of your appointment at a New York City Department of Health vaccine hub site today at 1 p.m. You must complete additional screening questions before your appointment. It says visit this website to complete the questions and receive a QR code. You must have either the QR code or your appointment ID to be admitted to this site. If you have not answered the screening questions or gotten your QR code, your appointment will be delayed. All right, screening questions. Is this your first dose of the vaccine? Yes. Are you feeling sick today? No. Have you had a positive COVID test in the last 10 days? No, in fact, I had a negative one. Ding. Antibody therapy? No. Other vaccines? No. I've never had leukemia. Do you have any medications that affect your immune system? No. Submit. So now I need to figure out this QR code business. I got an email with my QR code. They emailed it to me, so now I have my appointment ID and my QR code. And also, I was thinking about going a little bit early because my appointment's at 1, but I was like, maybe I'll arrive early. At the bottom of this email, it says literally, you will not be let into the building until 5 minutes before your appointment time. And they say verbatim, if you arrive early, you'll be standing outside in the cold. So I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I just dropped off a package near my apartment and it's really nice out, so I'm going to walk to get the vax. And I changed my outfit. I had on a long sleeve shirt, but then I realized that won't be very conducive to getting vaccine. So I put on short sleeves. All right, so I just got through Chinatown. I'm like half a mile away. I'm gonna get there about 15 minutes early, even though it said not to. I'm really excited, so I will tell you guys how it goes. So I'm in the bathroom of the vaccine place, but I just got vaccinated. I stood in line for over an hour, so I take back everything I said about not getting there early, even though that's what the email said. Get there super early. They were very behind. It said to expect soreness and a possible fever after, so we'll see. I got it in my left arm. The lady was really nice, everybody was really nice, and I'm going to meet Hannah in the park and I'm going to get a bagel to celebrate. Yay! Hey everybody, so I just got back from being vaxxed. So, lots of updates. It is like 5:30 now and my appointment was for 1 o'clock. So here is how that all went down. So I got to my site at like 12:40. So there's already a huge line around the building. Everybody else who had a 1 o'clock appointment was already there. So I take back everything I said about not getting there early. The email said just to get there 5 minutes early, but they were obviously very behind. So I ended up waiting in line for a little bit over an hour. It's probably like, I have to sneeze, hang on. It was probably like an hour and 15 minutes. And then I went inside the building, waited to be called up to a booth, had a very nice woman, she was a nurse, and she administered my vaccine. So I ended up getting it on my left arm. Boop, blood warning. It was such a chill vaccine. It hurt way less than other vaccines I've had. Like compared to the flu shot, I felt it way less. And the woman who gave it to me said that the needle they use for the vaccine is a lot thinner than others. So she was like, yeah, you won't feel it at all. And like, I literally barely felt it. I got the Moderna vaccine, by the way. And yeah, she told me to expect arm soreness, redness at injection site, and possibly a fever, but just take Tylenol or whatever. My next dose I should schedule for February 13th. So they didn't schedule it for me. I have to go back online and reschedule it the way I scheduled my first one. Interestingly, they did not check my ID or proof that I was a teacher. I just gave them my appointment ID. They didn't check that I was who I said I was, which was very interesting to me. But yeah, so I learned some things. Don't quote me on this, do your own research. I could very well be wrong. As far as I understand, I will be 50% immune. I'm like blanking. 50% protected from the coronavirus in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from this point, I will be 50% protected from coronavirus. I've heard that the Pfizer vaccine, you're 50% in 1 week. I don't really know what the difference is, but it'll take 2 weeks for me. And then by the time I get my second dose, you know, nothing's guaranteed, but I'll be like basically protected from the coronavirus. Another thing I learned is this vaccine works differently from like the flu shot. So with the flu shot, you get a little bit of the actual flu in the shot in you. So you actually get the flu basically from the flu shot. And then your body recognizes it. And then when you get like a bigger dose than the vaccine, like the actual flu you're exposed, your body's like, oh, I remember this from the vaccine. Now I know how to fight it off. We have antibodies. With the COVID vaccine, I don't actually have coronavirus in me right now. Like they don't actually put COVID into your system. They put the protein that is on coronavirus in your system. So then your body recognizes the protein that's attached to COVID and recognizes it and knows how to break it down and basically kill the virus. That's, from what I can understand, what has happened to me today. Earlier, I was not injected with COVID. I was injected with the protein that is on COVID. Once again, take it with a grain of salt. I could be completely wrong. If you know better than me, please correct me in the comments. Let me know. This is just what I gathered. So far, my only symptom would be I'm starting to feel the soreness. Earlier today, nothing immediately after. I mean, obviously, that never really happens. It's not like you get a vaccine and then you're sore. But I'm starting to feel the soreness in the area. They did have me sit for 15 minutes in a holding room after to make sure didn't have any sort of bad reaction. There was a doctor there in the holding room talking to us, explaining all this, and yeah, answering any questions you had. But yeah, so far only feeling sore. I will say I don't really remember feeling sore this quickly after getting vaccine with other vaccines. I don't know, I don't really remember with the flu shot or tetanus vaccine or anything it happening this quickly, but maybe I'm just not remembering. I don't know. But I do definitely notice oh yeah, I can feel that. So just interesting. Hey guys, so it is just about 24 hours since I got the vaccine, so I thought I would update. Like I said yesterday, I was starting to get sore on the injection site. Overnight, it did get pretty sore. Trying to sleep, I couldn't really sleep on the left side of my arm. It didn't really hurt, just when my arm is like this, but when I try to move it, I can feel that it's really sore. But that's normal for me after getting vaccines. No fatigue so far, no headache, no fever. I don't feel anything. And also with symptoms like fatigue and headache and whatever, that can be from so many different things. I don't know how you would determine that that is from the vaccine. As far as injection site goes, that is it. It's just a little red. Not a big deal, really not that bad. I will update if anything else comes about, but so far so good. And yeah, I feel great. I also did just want to mention, but I am so grateful that I got this vaccine, and it is not lost on me that a lot of other people will not be vaccinated for a long time. And I feel really lucky and really grateful. It really hit me. The woman who administered my vaccine was talking about how many young people she had seen that day, she had vaccinated that day. And she was like, I guess it's because they're all teachers and it's great that they're getting vaccinated. And then she made a joke wow, I can't believe they're jumping the line in front of the 80-year-olds. And I was like, wow, that's so true. A lot of people my age who are teachers or otherwise frontline workers are being vaccinated before these other elderly groups. And I don't know, it kind of made me feel guilty in a way. And I think I even said that to her. I was like, yeah, I know, it feels a little bit weird to be jumping ahead of them. But she really reassured me. She was like, the school can't be safe if you are not vaccinated, which is very true. But I did just want to plug that it is not lost on me that this is a really awesome opportunity, and I'm very grateful to be given it. Hopefully, if you were feeling on the fence about getting this vaccine, this has made you not feel on the fence, because I'm fine. I'm doing well. I feel really awesome. I believe in science. I believe in the people who made this vaccine. And I'm just really happy that I got it. No regrets. I recommend 10 out of 10. Everyone, if you have the opportunity to get the vaccine, you should get it. But I think I'm going to end off the video here. If anything else drastic happens, I will update on our Instagram. So follow us on Instagram if you want updates in case something does end up happening in the next few days. Our Instagram is at MJD and NYC, all one word. Subscribe, please, if you have not already. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, leave video requests. We basically do all of our requests, so if there's anything you want to see about New York City, our jobs, college, whatever, just let us know. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.